probably be a Jet. Because it works the same way with the Killjoy trap, that if you smoke out the trademark, it doesn't activate as you're crossing in its vicinity as long as it's smoked off. Anyways, ONIC, you know what it is. They just love to go charging right in. Emon actually tracks it perfectly, does get the pick off, but NC Slasher with a Fury actually charges right through. Georgie now coming in through A main here. Will be going for the flank, but he's a lone man in this fight. And look at that shot from Elmi Moore, just hits the head. And ONIC, even before 30 seconds, wins the round quite convincingly.
Yeah, big props right there to NC Slasher. You know, one of the players in Indonesia who we keep touting as one of the game changers all across the region. We talked about him before in his previous teams and how he was just a dominant force. Now that ONIC has picked him up, we're sort of still waiting for him to start truly shining like he used to. Because back in the other rosters that he used to be playing on, like, he was great, he was amazing, but he never really hasn't really had the impact as of yet.
Yeah. Wasn't NC Slasher X Boom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the big players out there. I believe playing a lot of Raze, if I'm not mistaken. But he's showing a lot of range right now. Oh, no way. Oh, okay, third shot is good. I thought Georgia was going to be able to escape even through that dash, but Elmi Moore's reaction time on point. A Batman now swinging through has already given him his position, and Shiro not willing to, get that low-hanging fruit kill. Gets it, and ONIC should have a flawless round.
Yeah, and they're already watching for the flank. Zero Deathio is just like, yeah, nope, never mind. Let's go somewhere else.
Showing his leg.
Just like, hey, what's up?
That's how I do it.
Well, that explains a lot. Bye. We need to have a chat later, Asterai, you and me. We need to iron this out.
You're gonna have like a Discord intervention for me or something.
Oh yeah, we have all the other talents here. We're gonna gather everyone up and be like, Asterai, bad boy.
All right, there's the replay real quick. And I actually thought Jordan was gonna escape, no cap. Well,
but
he was actually absolutely
into
capped.
the wall.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Still, it's 2-0 now. We see a gun round coming in here. Action PH. We'll see what they've got on the defense. Null Command very early on. A Batman, he's really pushing the limit here. Can't teleport out, but he still gets two. Can't find another. Severin comes in from the side and takes him. They actually managed to get that kill onto Shiro. They cannot res NC Slasher. They will just not be allowed to do that. Zero Deathio is already worth his way toward the back.
One enemy remaining.
Clean up one. That just leaves nobody because Emma's gotten to take that last kill. And Action PH is fairly good anti-eco round, anti-bonus.
Either that's the second or third time that APH have punished the attempt to resurrect NC Slasher, right? Or not NC Slasher, but the KO of ONIC. One was in Ascent, now in this one. And you mentioned how Batman was really committing to this fight, but I mean, again, he was suppressed. He can't really TP out, so all he really had to do was just make as much damage as possible. And a knockout plus a kill is more than enough for him, and that definitely allowed APH to respond just in the nick of time to also get the trade-off as they were, again, resurrecting NC Slasher.
Absolutely. Now it's A site, ONIC pick, but Action PH, they're just so ready for everything right now. And like I said, Action PH, they're quite comfortable on maps like this. You can't just throw standard executes. You can't just throw these executes in and expect Action PH to not be ready for them. But Elmi Moore, really good on the headshots. We'll bring it to a 1v1. As I'm saying this, obviously I just cursed the whole round. But it's now 1v1 with a Batman and Severin.
Oh, sneaky. He actually triggered or turned off his ability preemptively so that he would be the one to actually dictate when the peak was going to be in his favor. Really good stuff from Severin. The brains on this guy. He was actually bottom fragging the last time that they played in this map up against Boy With Love, but this time he's coming in with the fury.
I do think that was a misplay here from a Batman. Certainly, there was enough time for him, you know, in a situation like that, just, you know, let him plant, get the information on where the last player is. But obviously, we're not in their shoes, so we'll reserve that judgment.
I think he was expecting that Severin was going to go for the full plant as well. That's why he was just like going around and trying to cover all bases. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We're not them. We can never be them.
I just do think that he could have waited for that plant to go down and then might have given him for certain that information on where the last player is. Oh, the timing. Georgie just eludes him. But Tiradethio and a Batman B-side falls without a problem.
Oh, Georgie slowed down. The peekaboo. Elmimore actually misses, but not the second time. And RU rocking a hard place. One in front, one in the back. It's still actually good, though. Slasher was actually pretty low. That a body shot was more than enough. But again, his work is cut out for him. But Severin, reaction time, as well as positioning, is just overwhelming from this ONIC player. Yeah.
ONIC now with the 4-1. It's a 3-round lead. Still, not too much to worry about from Active PH just yet. Especially this is only the second gun round. But they will want to start stringing these rounds together. Yeah, this is still an attacking-sided map, but you just can't give away too many rounds in the defense. You want to be able to still have that cushioning. You want to have at least 4. At least, I'd say. Or 3.
Or 2.
Okay, maybe not
1.
2. Maybe not 2 or 1. just 3.
3.5.
3.5.
I'm absolutely kidding. There's no such thing as 3.5 rounds.
Oh, really? What gave that away, Asarai? I didn't know. Thank you. Now I know. But are you with a double? He lines up 2. He's able to stifle the offense here for ONIC as they try to barrel their way into A yet again. But once more, it's this individual fights that they keep taking when they don't need to that I feel like is sort of biting Action PH in the back. And look, exactly like this. They're going down 1 by 1, but fortunately, Tiradethio levels it out. He's able to take the round. This should have been much cleaner for Action PH. Now, this is what I'm seeing. Action PH, they win the early duels. They win up against the entry frags, but they start taking individual fights, individual peeks towards that A, and they just lose one after the other. They lose a lot of players, and it really, really hurts them and their chances of winning that round.
Also, I gotta say this. I've already said I've said my piece before. I'm not sure if the viewers will remember this. That this spot near the fence is such a power point for the A site. So that means,
do you think they're over peaking certain angles? I do think they're overcommitting to fights that they shouldn't be. In a 3v, they got the round of 3v5 earlier on. Just wait a little bit longer. You don't need to start taking those individual 1v1 peaks. So maybe rein it in a little bit on the Action PH side, but this is very typical of what we can expect to see in the Philippine kind of playstyle anyway. So.
Oh, Georgie unwraps his package on mid and actually spots up at 2 players and whiffs about, what is that, like maybe 2 or 3 of his blades? Maybe actually all of his blades right now. So he's just going to be defaulting to the classic here. ONIC now know, and they're taking a slower pace. They're thinking that maybe somebody pushed out with Georgie and just wants to go for the punish. They still have plenty of time to move about, and I think as they don't actually spot the Viper pit on the B site, it could be a pretty juicy option for them to start pushing in, and yeah, there's their own Viper wall to set things up.
This is a very big gamble for the Action PH side to invest 30 players on A and the Viper's pit, because if it goes wrong, if they go B or mid, it could be in a very dangerous spot. In fact, that's exactly what's going to happen. Georgie needs to pick a spot right here. He needs to pick an angle where he can cover his team, because right now he's kind of just playing the rotate behind those sites. And that's all well and good, sure.
30 seconds left.
But at this point, they're going to go to A anyway, circumventing the Viper's pit. Tiradethio, he gets pinged up. Oh, he gets in the cover. Just barely. He throws out his recon dart. A Viper's pit of their own. And this A site is completely obscured. Monyet, Elmimore, they find the 2 opening picks that they need.
This is just a brutal endeavor. Like, RU's ultimate now actually serves as a deterrent rather than a precedent onto the site. He can't really push out of this because Monjet is actually tracking him. Still, though, the crossfire works, but they're still playing inside their own Viper's Pit. Look at the peek out as soon as NC Slasher just activates his own ultimate. Eman now deterred by the null command. He's going to have to push this out, but it's still a 3 versus 1, and he's to trap the default. He's going to have to push through this, but again, there's no position, there's no pickoff percentage or pickoff anything for him, so he's gonna have to back away and just forfeit the round itself.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna call it straight up, dude. I do think that they needed somebody to be watching that mid for the majority of that.
That is what's the word here? That's a bit too optimistic from Georgie if he was thinking about it that way.
Yeah, I agree. Whoever made that call to rotate again and again, or whether it was just Georgie doing it on his own, I think that was a big mistake. You know, when you have that Viper's Pit on that A site, that Viper is just watching the Viper's Pit. He cannot effectively call crossfire 100% with whoever else is on site with him, which is why when you saw Zero Deathio, you know, he was fighting for his life because suddenly a million members of ONIC were rushing through double doors, and there was nothing he could really do about it except fall back to that one safe place, which is the Viper's Pit. And the rest of the site was completely open.
Yeah, that was hella awkward. And to be honest, wasn't Halls also like very exposed? So
it was.
Okay, that would have left the 2 players on A main, Outman and Island. This is a 3? No, 4 stack from APH. Okay, they've just thrown out the logbook here.
What?
And it's actually slowly working. Emma's already got into 2K. Monjet reacts in time, but Georgie helps out his teammate, and it's working. From last round having no mid control to pushing everybody for that mid control. It is looking stellar for APH here. ONIC, though, they do respond with the 2 remaining members going to be planting down onto the B site. Question now lies, do they have any utility to work with? Full util on Shiro with the Hunter's Fury, and this will have to be a full-blown retake for APH. But Zero Deathio also has a full-blown utility for this Sova.
Well, big site, a lot of ground to cover, but they do have time. Hunter's Fury comes up, no hesitation on it. It's certainly going to get a kill.
What?
1v3, Eman all alone. Oh, not for long. And I think that was another round that Action PH could have won, but at the very last simply slipped away from them yet again.
I'll say this already. That Hunter's Fury from Shiro screwed up APH. Oh, that's how Eman got the double kill. All right, first and foremost, Hunter's Fury, if you are supposed to dodge it, it's such a big leap that you have to either go hard strafe left or right that I'm pretty sure, who was it? I'm pretty sure, was it Eman? Got caught because he was trying to run away while Elmi Moore was actually looking for it, and that's how he got picked off. So really good ideas of how to deal with that 2 versus 3 from ONIC. Just on-the-fly reaction was so damn good, Elu.
Yeah, just I don't know, man. It was great reaction from ONIC, but again, frustration for Action PH. But as time and time again, they prove that in the mid-round, in the late rounds, they kind of start to crumble. Well, not kind of, completely crumble to dust. The fine paste.
Powder. Jinx. Arcane. Feelings. Slam poetry.
Slam poetry. Well, there's a standoff here. They're right beside each other here towards this double door, none the wiser. And they're just gonna walk on to B. Can we okay. It works out. As we now get onto that B site.
Oh no.
Severin just demolishes B. Eman, and it's Eman yet again to be the lone bastion for his team, who's doing all the work at the moment. It's brought to a 1v3. Elmi Moore up on high, able to get one, but only one. Can we take a look at, I'd like to look at Eman's stats real quick because, you know, Eman is, there we have it. Eman is at 10 and 6, but I feel like it's not giving us the full tale of what it is. Because
Yeah.
even in the previous game, Eman was just really the shining light, the guiding light, if you will, for AP8.
Even if he's not the Sky, it works out.
Yeah.
He's disrupted so much. Like his utility usage, as you mentioned, has been very on point. And you know, I was going away from the
You want to play? Let's play.
identity of Action PH that they have the Splash Brothers between Eman and Georgie. But he's making a damn good case that that's not done just yet. Because I was always like talking about how Georgie pairs up really well with Zero Deathio, but well, they still do have that fragging potential. When Eman comes into play, Action PH will make the opponents pay.
How now, brown cow? Where's that from? Where's that from?
I actually can't remember.
Courage the cowardly dog. Okay. Flash to push through the smoke. Good counter, good smoke
Spike
for
planted.
Georgie to keep him alive. Let's see, Deathio will find one. Georgie still alive here. Can't smoke himself off the second time, but Eman picks up the pieces one more time. And it's Zero, Shiro, and Elmi Moore to bring us to a 1v2. Rotation coming in from all the way towards B. Ryu might not have a lot of time for this one, especially with a Bulldog. He's gonna be able to upgrade, I think. But you know, time is ticking away. They're not gonna peek this. Ooh,
Oh my
great
God.
shot. Had that been a Vandal, maybe.
Work out for difference.
Maybe. He had a smoke still up, but I don't think he wanted to use it. Just wanted to go for the full contact and was focusing more on how quickly he can take down opponents with his shooting prowess than anything else. This was supposedly... Oh, that was supposedly the flank, the hero flank from Zero Deathio, because he got, what, 2 kills already? If he got that pinch off, that would have put Elmi Moore in a position where he had to just start rising up from double doors and try to beat down the 2 versus 1, one from the left, one from the right. But man, ONIC are just playing this up to an absolute T. You talk about how Eman's been doing so well. Well, Elmi Moore, well, he's not no more. He's actually very much more with his performance.
You are.
Okay. Well, words are hard. We like to keep it simple here. The null
We're
command
simple.
does come in. We are simple people. As we do get into that site, plant does come through and the retake does not begin. Georgie has that Blade Storm, but if we're being completely honest, Georgie hasn't had that impact with a Blade Storm in a while. Elmi Moore and Monyet. Monyet will find another. Now
Enemy
Eman,
remaining.
okay, is able to get one before he does drop. Now Monyet, 3 kills for him. Could make it a 4th. If he finds Zero Deathio just lurking about.
He has a sheriff at these long ranges. It's gonna make it even worse as the recon dart spots him out. Nothing left to the imagination for ONIC, and they are rampaging through this first
Last
half.
round
One
in
more
the
round
half.
before we end it.
Anyone have thank you?
Well,
They're looking to go for that 3-9.
like I said, man, if they can get 4, they'll be okay. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a completely
Enemy
different
remaining.
face of the Action PH side on the attack. But right now, this defense that I'm seeing from Action PH, it is so flat. It is so lackluster. There are just way too many holes in it. A lot of very questionable decisions. And this is just not the winning form for Action PH. They're going to have to change things completely. Because ONIC, they're looking for steam. They're not even the... Okay, that's a good
down,
start.
mid.
The operator shot coming in from Georgie. He's going to repeak this. He is a repeaker after all. Finally uses his tailwind. And Georgie,
Remaining.
fortunately, had backup in the form of Ryu, who saved his butt. And that's the 4 that we needed to see from Action PH.
That's a nice little 3-piece chicken joy for Georgie there. Spicy as can be. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Don't you start, Asura. It's just about lunch,
Spike down.
past lunch. And just about lunchtime for a lot of the countries watching.
One enemy remaining.
They're delicious.
No, because the surfing beach did not have the jellyfish. It was the beach right in front of where we were staying that had the jellyfish.
Okay, well, that's true.
Yeah, fair enough. All good.
My dog saved me.
That's true. Your dog does not know how to swim yet on the beach.
Yeah. And so, on towards the A side, see if things will... B side, things go swimmingly here for Action PH. And this is the... Okay. Monyet, they don't check that
Spike
corner,
down,
but
B.
it's enough for now.
kill.
As Georgie on a war path here is able to find his double. And this is the executes from Action PH that can be so deadly, right? If they can keep this trend
Spike
going
planted.
up, it might be able to be in a decent spot. But still 2v2.
enemy
Low
remaining.
HP on everybody.
Last player
Georgie looking for
standing.
4. Low HP on both of them here. As Severin looks to play sneaky around the bend here. Tailwind out. Manages to save his life. Knows it's not planned for him. He's going to have to peek on this. Just jump right clicking. He doesn't have the angle. He does. And Georgie with a 4K. Coming up huge for his team. Just when things are looking dire.
Yeah, that's Georgie for you. George Foreman grilling the sights. The 4K. Love how he uses that frenzy to just get that impact. Him and Monyet actually, loving this initial gun for the pistol, and with good
Spike
intention, it's
down,
actually
B.
a really strong gun. Even at mid ranges, it actually can out damage a ghost if you hit the specific headshots through the spray of that.
Do they still sell George Foreman grills?
Hey Google.
Well, we'll find out here. So,
I'm checking right now. while
okay.
you're casting.
Well, let me know as we go
They
towards.
still do for like $100.
What?
plus.
That's a thing? Okay, well,
Yep.
that's definitely $100. That's eco territory. Okay, that's not too bad. Although there are better grills nowadays. Anyway, NC Slasher, nice headshot. Almost lands a second one. Will not be given the chance to land another.
One
As
enemy
are you
remaining.
will be picking up his double kill. Tell me more. He's able to get that one.
Spike planted.
Good flash. And it's
Oh,
enough for
lovely.
Emman to take us to 8-6.
It's like he threw out a radioactive mushroom that Elmi Moore did not want to touch.
Nope.
Yeah.
What do you turn into, Mushroom Man?
Or, you grow taller, because that's what Mario has taught us, right? If you eat the mushroom on the ground, sometimes you just...
I don't know. I ate a few mushrooms on the ground and a lot of different things happened to me, but I didn't get taller. I'm just pointing that out.
It's a good source of protein, bro.
Right.
And mineral.
Okay, well, 8-6. How did we even get to this point?
I don't know, man. All right. Back to the matter at hand. That flash was from Emon, if I'm not mistaken. So Batman had to at least play it a little bit slower. ONIC, now at the back end of things, they're actually playing this very, very safe. If you look at how they've been kind of approaching things, Shiro will have to wait for his recon dart unless he actually wants to jiggle aggressively onto mid, where there's about like 3 to 4 people just about to peek him. But no bueno on this one. Viper utility used to get more mid control, and they've spotted already Monyet hovering over towards the B side.
Well, that's Ciro Deathio with the Sheriff, right? So he's going to be wanting to play a little bit safer, throw the utility, hopefully pick up a rifle from his team. Should it come to it. Emma does drop first. Monyet with a great hold on the 2.
30
Are
seconds
you
left.
able to trade him out for now, though? Still 3v4. Action PH stumbling to get on site up until the Batman lines up a double.
Enemy
And
remaining.
NC Slasher with a nice tip. What a pick right there with the quick tappy taps. Long range from downtown. He manages to pick up a 9th round for ONIC.
Can only follow out a meme now. Noise. Noise slasher. Yeah. Got to get a replay for that one. And also the scoreline is nice.
Very.
See ya.
Oh my goodness. Lovely stuff. Pow.
Enemy
Pow
remaining.
and like the comic books, kapow. Lovely. Lovely stuff from
What
NC
about
Slasher there.
Kachow?
Kachiga.
Kachow.
Yeah. I miss
You want to
cars.
play?
That
Let's
was a
play.
great movie.
Yeah. But How to Train Your Dragon so much better.
What
At least
was Lightning McQueen's girlfriend's name?
for me. Porsche? That's the car. That's the car brand, though.
She is a Porsche.
Yeah, I forgot the name. Well, what I won't forget
It's
is that
Sally,
ONIC still
by the way.
have
Sally
Louis.
Carrera.
Sally Carrera.
Yeah.
Huh. So if you guys don't know what carrera means, it's race
It means race.
in Filipino.
In
I'm not
Spanish
sure if
as
it's
well.
also race in Mexican.
It's also Mexican is not a language. It's Spanish.
Oh, sorry,
Spike
Spanish. My
planted.
bad. Thank you for correcting me.
Okay, well,
I am ignorant at some points, and I would love to be corrected.
okay, gun round coming in. 3v5. ONIC, they have a very good advantage here. If they lose this round, yeah, I don't know. I really think that this is going to be a
Enemy
fairly
remaining.
straightforward one, especially after that flash comes in. They don't even lose a single player. And it's a flawless from ONIC here. So, like I said, I'm going to go back to that point I made earlier. Action PH, amazing on the executes. But ONIC is a team that are like, yeah, you execute all you want. We're going to let you have the site. And go for retakes. And you're going to spend all your utility. So the excellent executes of Action PH are a little bit excessive at this point in the game. They're gathering that ONIC PH are just letting them have the site
One
anyway.
enemy remaining.
No way he actually just jumps up and gets the pick there on Zero Death, yo.
Oh, he does.
That's crazy. Just that reckless abandon from Monyet. Just rampaging at the back of the side, like what Kong did in Kong versus Godzilla. All right, let's see how this goes. Georgie charges right in. Does have the blades, spots out Monyet, but it's not enough to deal with the
Spike
fact that the
down.
crossfire works out between him and Shiro, and Elmore is
Enemy
already
remaining.
on the case. Popping bullets left and right,
I have
and
the
it's all Zero Death, yo, to hold the clutch 4 versus 1. He's tagged, position compromised, gonna have to run away, but maybe double back as he does have that minute on the clock to wait. He's been spotted.
Nice tap.
He hits the beautiful shot to get things started here, but again, it's still a 3 versus 1. He knows where at least 1, maybe 2 more are on the B site, but Severin is holding the cross quite adamantly at mid to catch him if he goes to A.
This is actually doable. Especially if he gets that plant. If he gets onto that A site, he could isolate those fights. He doesn't have much smokes though. Oh, he doesn't have any rather. But if he actually gets a kill onto Severin, very possible that he could clutch this out.
Scanning ahead.
Good recon to help him clear that side out. Nobody's going to be on the receiving end of that. But that recon
30
dart's going to
seconds
give
left.
all the information to ONIC that they need.
And this wall's not going to make anything easier, too. Because they're going to up this wall, and that'll force Zero Death to either push forward, play on default, or hope that the wall can be used on A main. Yeah, there it is. And they're coming in slowly but surely. Oh, this is so difficult for Zero. They've already spotted him, but okay, maybe he's good enough for 2. He's down to 8 HP, though. This is risky. And Zero Death Yo almost comes out from utter destruction. Almost the life of Zero, but not gonna work. Too many to deal with. Shiro shuts him down, and ONIC pick up the 11th.
Yeah, and it is the 11th hour for Action PH. They are definitely on the ropes right now.
Here.
ONIC,
Here.
my god, they're just playing these rounds so diligently, so clean.
Perfect.
Okay, they almost threw that, if I'm being honest, because they all kind of peeked him one by one, but still, when things mattered the most, they were able to reel it back. Not something I can easily say for the other side. It's 11 now for ONIC, 2 rounds away from winning the game, and Action PH certainly showing signs of fatigue. They're struggling. They're just not firing on all cylinders today. It's not one of those games.
They're suppressed.
It has been a very, very arduous task for APH here to get any form of control whatsoever. This breeze map, it's supposed to be open, but it feels so constrictive as to how ONIC have been playing this. Eman has already pulled the trigger on his own ultimate. That will actually ignite the B site to be taken. Elmi Moore's backing away as the rest of his team is going to respond. So this push to match point for ONIC is going to be pushed into a 5 versus 5.
Yeah, and with that obscure vision, this might actually help Action PH. A Batman, he's gonna get 1, but taken down through the box. Hunter's Fury does come in as well. He's able to land onto Georgie, and things are just all going wrong
Player
right now.
standing.
Beautiful flash hit again from NC Slasher to find Eman. And RU is just quaking in his boots right now. He's gotten past a couple. He's found 2. He's found 3. Can he find 2? 1 more. It's NC Slasher up against him. And he's got the time. He could do it. And he does. Are you with a 4K? And that is a Vera Esports clutch.
Are you kidding me? He gets that? Okay, if we get that replay, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. What was it? Shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. But they were peeking him like once or twice. They actually passed him and did not spot him through the obscurity of that Viper's pit. And he played it with the utmost trigger discipline. And that's what allowed RU to just clutch out the round. My goodness, RU is the clutch machine of Action PH. When they need him, he will not vanish.
Destroyed. No way he gets to Elmi Moore. Just straight up yeets 2 members of Action PH. Oh God. What is that? How is he allowed to just walk up through elbow, take 2 kills, and get away? That is illegal, good sir.
Oh,
and Action PH are going to be so tilted after that. Like, what? How? They're, well, maybe not tilted, but definitely frustrated after getting picked off out of nowhere. And they lose to a shorty in the Viper's pit. It's all going mad wrong here for Action PH. They can't get anything going their way. They had the rifles. They had everything they needed. All up to Eman in a 1v4 up against the lesser buy.
Oh no, he's reloading too. Elmi Moore's just closing the gap. He does get the kill though, but Shiro shuts him down in the end. And you talk about speed. The speed limit is ONIC, and they are just bursting through this. And APH just cannot follow, man. Their engine's just a bit clunky at this point. 7-12, and match as well as series point now in our hands.
Could be going into the very end game. Could be Action PH knocked down to the lower bracket. After this one, it is match point already. These are looking very dire. And it seems like ONIC at this point, they're just having a field day. This is not what we expected from Action PH. Action PH looked so good yesterday. But now, it seems like they're all in disarray. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're just not on a good day.
Or it's just ONIC having ONIC days. You know, that's as much as APH have been doing well in these rounds, ONIC just have that one step further. You know, they're getting that further beyond, that plus ultra. With all that though, APH are on the weaker end of things in terms of the credits spectrum. Georgie does have the Vandal. He's slowly creeping up on mid with Eman slowly also pushing out through elbow. He's already spotted Elmi Moore. They've traded damage. But again, they can't push further than any of this. It's all going to rely now onto Georgie as to how well he can pierce onto the side. Nothing on A main, nothing on the A side. It's all about what's back of it. But will he have the information to actually start things off? Because Shiro is holding his angle. And Georgie is good on the push. We'll see how Severin does this. And it seems like he's just going to back away for the moment.
30
rest of
seconds
the members
left.
here of Action PH, they're collecting themselves. They're gathering towards A. They're leaving Georgie alone with that rifle. But they're all going down one after the other. Georgie, the lone bastion for his team right now. He's found 3, finally traded out. And RU can he clutch once again. Sees 1, but he's dead from the flank. No way. No, he wins it somehow. He's brought it to a 1v1, knows where the last player is. NC Slasher still has a flashbang should he need it. It tucks himself around the corner. He's able to reposition. Flash goes out, doesn't matter.
Can't use this.
And RU, snakebite play comes in through, and he gets it with a stylish tap. RU once again will keep his team alive for a little bit longer.
No charges left.
Nasty, nasty intervals there for RU. It's 4 rounds here. They do have the money now to buy. Let's see how this one goes out. His flicks have been so nasty. And yeah, he's been using that ADS burst fire to utter fruition. Just good stuff coming in from RU there. Once again, the economy for ONIC, is it going to be in tatters? just enough, maybe. But no, they can still buy up into the next round, so they still have that firepower. APH has got to know this.
Oh, they do try to get that owl drone out, but someone might swing right on top of it. The snake bite does deter a little bit longer.
One less.
Okay, Batman is able to clean up a little bit here towards mid. Might expect another one. Is able to get that prepared now. Is a little bit of a... Oh, that's a good shot right there from the Marshall. Up on to Batman, a Batman rather. But look how far Georgie's got. He snuck up all the way around halls. This flank is probably going to get him at least 2. Should be 2.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah. Okay, maybe 3.
Well, we'll count that as 3, because his teammate, if he didn't get that, Georgie would have, right? So it's fine. 3 more rounds. Last time on Ascent, or last game on Ascent, it didn't go into overtime. This time, we'll see how that
Enemy
goes.
remaining.
Money coming into this round, so they still will have that purchase power. Elmi Moore is going to be equipped with his turret of force, and we know how well he can actually utilize that. I think APH, knowing this, they're going to have to play this cutthroat and fast and furious onto the B side. They only have the trademark actually to worry about. NC Slasher is into the corner, but he will get the turret first as Emon activates immediately that null command. Does get the throw out onto the blade, but that won't stop the B side from being taken by APH.
This is... Okay, they're just baiting out the utility here with those spiked plants. Not really going to be fooled by it here. A Batman. Oh, man, doesn't get the timing right. With the turret of force. Now Moniette will be working the back. Now they know their back is open. Yeah. Tempting fate right here, but NC Slasher goes down up until that null command. 2 players coming in from the flank as well. Crossfire has been set up. Dash comes through. Elmi Moore wins onto one. Moniette and freeze. And George is able to only get 1. Moniette finds his triple. Now it's all up to Emon. Can get 1. Good suppress here. He'll be able to get around the bend though, but Severin from the back will end the game and get us into ONIC, taking this series 2-0.
How does that even work? They were all on the site.
Defenders win.
And all they really had to do was just peek for each other.